This morning, our bird sanctuary was visited by a Cooper's hawk. And that hawk, normally during the fall or winter months, is known to feed on birds in our garden. I usually don't see it in the summer because there's plenty of food for all the hawks out during the summer months in the fields and around us. Last night, one of my barn cats was hiding under here in the garden. And what you want to make sure you try to do is right around your bird feeders. Now we have bird feeders everywhere in this garden. Is try to shear and clean up the area so no predators like cats can hide. At the same time, your birds can see if there's hawks or other dangers that might be relevant to them. What I had to do with the salvia here, salvia black and blue, the #1 best attracting salvia for hummingbirds, is I had to tie it up because this was sprawling all over the ground and the cats would hide underneath it. Same as the butterfly bush behind me. I had to tie it up. Now I'll probably come in here and do a little more pruning if I notice that this garden here is going to be a problem in hiding predators. Now, away from the bird feeders, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 feet, there's a wide variety of plants that you can incorporate in your garden to give them protection from the winter elements, but also provide them great nesting sites. Annabelle hydrangea can be pretty much grown by anybody. It's easy in the full sun, and I really like this plant because it provides protection for the birds during the winter months. I sheared this plant back to the ground in February or March, but throughout the entire winter, the birds have protection. Another great grass that you can grow is the miscanthus, and that's behind me. I don't really like the 10, 12 foot tall miscanthus grasses. I like the ones that are sort of anywhere from 3 to maybe 8 feet tall, and they get about 6 to 8 feet wide. And they really give the birds a lot of protection from the snow and the ice and the elements during the winter months. If you have a new garden or you don't have any evergreens, there's an easy way to fix that. You can just go out and take your trimmings from your gardens, your limbs, your stems, your branches, and make piles in the garden, probably about 2 or 3 feet high. That's a great place for birds to hide from predators. I really like hollies. Hollies grow in Virginia, like the American holly behind me. They provide year-round protection for birds. And the birds that nest in this range from blue jays, cardinals, mourning doves, robins. I'll come out and I'll see multiple nests sometimes in one tree. So don't forget to plant evergreens around your home and in your garden. I like to learn something new every day. One thing I learned this year, and I just noticed it just about a minute ago, is birds do feed on the seeds of some of your shrubs. So I'm not a firm believer of going out and whacking everything back and really cleaning up the garden in the fall. This is the blue mist shrub, and the goldfinches were just feeding on the seed. The other day I noticed goldfinches feeding on the beautiful butterfly bush seed pods. So I haven't pruned them as much this year. Remember, one important thing that birds need year-round is water. And right in front of me here, I have one of many bird baths filled with water around these bird feeders. And there were many times that all throughout the day, the robins were coming and taking baths in these bird baths. And sparrows were feeding on the water, same as cardinals. So make sure you have water for your birds. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, go to inthegardenradio.com.